So, you meditate, you pray, you journal, yet you're still feeling stuck. And now you're wondering why? What's going on? I'm doing everything right, right? Yo, what's up? Master Jamal here. And today we're going to talk about the number one block that people will experience on their spiritual journey. Now, admittedly, this number one thing that I'm going to mention is universal. And interdimensional, considering the different lifetimes you'll be jumping from, is going to be the same thing every time. And this hitting block is emotional avoidance. It is truthfully, some kind of emotional block, whether it's something from your past, something from your present. It doesn't matter where this emotional block is coming from. The root of it is some kind of emotional avoidance. Like, you don't know what it is. It's not like you're actively avoiding it. It's more so that it's just not being taken care of, and it's just sitting there, like literally on your desk or on your metaphysical shelf of you, and it's not being taken care of. And I know you're probably like, well, I'll do the shadow work, I'm doing the meditating, I'm doing all these things. And it's like, yeah, you're doing all the things, but you have to be able to look everywhere. And honestly, some of this looking everywhere can look like you just having a conversation with someone. And this irrelevant conversation just might be that key you need to unlock this thing to be able to do it. It's not like gonna go away just because you aren't aware of it. Because how does the saying go? We don't know what we don't know. And that is so true. You don't know you need to take care of it because you don't know it's there. And that's something I've learned throughout my journey so far, and I try to get as many people I teach and I will talk to about it, is you have to learn from every situation. Even if it's something that's minute, that honestly, that lesson you learned, was like, I don't know what to do with this, but I learned it, even though I'm not even in a position to apply it because it's not for me. It'll be for somewhere else, because sometimes you're the messenger, you're the side character in other people's lives. That's just how all this stuff works. You're still the main character of your life and you got your side characters, but you are still the side character in other people's lives. It's like, it's not a bad thing because that's their life and this is your life. Your emotions and your experiences are yours, just like their emotion and experiences are theirs. There's not like, how can I put this? Okay. So in a different video, I mentioned allowing yourself to feel the emotions, and that's it. You have to allow it, not react, not respond, just allow. Yeah, you'll feel the emotions and you will acknowledge them, but you want to accept them as yours. And by that I mean, yeah, like I know it's like, what are you talking about? Now you sound like you contradict yourself. No, I'm not. Shut up and listen. So you'll feel those emotions. Let's say I'll use myself as an example. I realize that there's a lot of things I've experienced in my life thus far. And this experience of whatever number life this is, I realized that a lot of what I've experienced stems from my childhood. And the thing is, your childhood is your most developmental phases of your life, especially when you're in that toddler stage. A lot of things stick with you. And some things was going on that I didn't like. One of them being just some bullying from like family, unsurprisingly. And I remember asking my mom on multiple occasions, could I just walk home from school, or could I have them walk me home, because one of my cousins was always bullying me. You know who you are if you've seen this video. We need to have a talk, because now I'm like more curious about where you were at that point in your life. And yeah, I was always asking my mom not to go there because I didn't want to keep getting bullied. I was like in kindergarten. For those watching this video, just imagine you being like 5 or 6 years old and someone like almost, how much older are they? Either way, they're already 5+ years older than you. And in addition to them being 5+ years older than you, they're also like double your height and size. And just imagine being imagine like I have no idea how tall I was, so I can't even like find a good analogy for this. But nonetheless, that it was that kind of situation where it was like it would happen all the time. And the more and more I just sat with that thought, I was like, dang, that kind of neglect there, it manifested in different ways. Just like with your emotions that you, and this is also why paying attention to your surroundings and your experiences, especially if you notice patterns. Because once you start to notice those patterns, like, okay, why am I experiencing this again? Why am I experiencing this again? Why am I experiencing this again? It all stems back from those early years in your life where your path was honestly being carved. Like, whether we are aware of it or not, those early years, I would say, yeah, the first 7 years of your life, or as much more as probably even more important than later years. Because, for example, once you reach a certain point in your life, like, for example, I think it's like 25 when the brain stops developing. It's not like the brain is stopping developing. It's just it's developing slower because you still, everyone at every point in their life still has the capability to learn something new. It's just that in those early years when you're young, your learning is much faster because your brain is developing as you're learning. And since a lot of the things we experience as kids don't get addressed later on, we'll have like patterns of things manifesting, and we're like, why am I continuously to experience this? Or why haven't I yet experienced the things that I want to experience or manifest the things I want to manifest? Because you have to you pretty much have to literally time travel, do some inner child meditations, and like really sit with yourself, feel those emotions that you weren't able to process. Not even necessarily able to process, because you were feeling the emotions and you were processing it the best as you can. But just more so like you're feeling those emotions and releasing them. To like talk more about my other video talking about your spiritual awakening and feeling those emotions, because you have to feel the emotions, not to just acknowledge them and be aware of them. Because like, what are you gonna do? It's like, oh, this is anger, huh? You gonna put it back in your backpack? No, throw that shit away. Throw it away. Feel it and allow it to go through. Because I know I talk about it, and someone also commented like, you're only talking about acknowledging emotions and feeling emotions, but they only watched the short and not the full video. So the thing is, you have to feel, acknowledge, not necessarily in that order, but before you are gonna get in that state where you can fully let it go or release it, you have to first, or you have to either acknowledge and feel it. Yeah, that's actually the order. You acknowledge the emotion, you feel the emotion, and then you allow it to go. You don't force it by any means whatsoever. You don't force yourself to feel it. You don't force yourself to let it go. Just allow it to pass. Allowing and surrendering are like the key things with all of this. And having that awareness of we don't know what we don't know is going to help you on this journey, because there could be a lot of emotional things from any point in your life that you have yet to address. And unfortunately, the challenging part with that is some of these emotions are not yours. You will learn that some of these emotions are not yours because they came from your mom. All of the energy that we get from like ancestral memories, anything ancestral wise, we get from our mom, because our mom is the one holding us as we are developing for those 9 months, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer. Everything that she has is passed down to you, is passed down to us. So it's like, that's one of the things I realized. Some of that emotional stuff that needs to be released, some of those emotions not yours. Just like for me, some of those emotions were not mine. And I realized that it's not just the emotions, it was some of the thoughts, some of the opinions. Because in addition to this emotional stuff, there's also the fact that as we are growing up, other people are like sharing their emotions and their experiences and their thoughts with us. So it's like, as we are unraveling the societal and societal like influences and stuff, we have to also unravel ancestral influences and peer influences so we can get back to who we were originally before we came here. Like, I know I talk about that a lot because the inner child, that eternal self, that's who we are right now. That's who I am right now making this video, just with guidance from higher and lower self. Like, you need all that to be taken care of. So emotional presence is the same as energetic expression. You feeling, acknowledging, and then feeling all the beginning phases of it, but then allowing it to let go. You have to let that go, unravel that layer, so what's within you can truly expand and express yourself as authentically as possible. It's like was it Shrek? Everyone we're all like onions, you know, but we have to peel back those layers to get back to source. It's the same thing Yahshua was talking about, because the kingdom is within us. It's just that there's so many things external of us actively pulling us away from it. But as we go deeper, we can unravel and just be. Every emotion integrated becomes a power. Your like own unique individual authentic power. It's like you're transmuting that fear into courage, that anger and hate into love, grief into compassion, shame into sovereignty, and like any other negative emotion or low vibration emotion that I have not mentioned into a higher positive vibrating emotion. This is literally alchemy, transmutation. Because like, for example, I'm not wearing it right now because I'm at home and I took it off earlier. But yeah, using that as an example, my the necklace that I wear, it transmutes negative energy into positive energy, and I wear that as a tool to help me on this process. Because yes, I couldn't come home after the end of the day and transmute all those energies, but that'd be a lot of energy to just be doing, because there's so many energies that I'm noticing out here that are negative. So that's why I wear that. But that pretty much sums it up. Like, emotional blockages are the main thing, the true number one thing, because emotion is energy in motion. I'm sure you probably heard that before. And these energetic blocks need to be opened, need to be removed, so that your energy can flow more authentically like it's supposed to. This has been Master Jamal. And again, if you want any personal training, links are down below. Any mentoring or sessions, links are down below. Also, still, I have my discount going. Use code PROTAC50 at checkout on Gumroad for my personal training, the meal plans that I've already created, and calisthenic workout plan that I've already created. And if you want something more custom, let me know. We can talk something out. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, and prosperity to you.